Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be working on this 2014 Mazda 3 again. My past videos, I've showed how to update the screen, get that fixed, update the operating system in order for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to work, and also to fix the speakers as well. So today we're going to be putting in the equipment for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and also I'm going to be using this part here in order to show an update that I'll do on this vehicle here in a second. Anyhow, with that said, let's go ahead and get started, and we'll start off by taking a look at the equipment needed for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Here's the equipment. I'll go ahead and show you what you get in the box. This came from Amazon. This particular one was, I think, was like around $80. The only reason it was a little bit more than the standard, I think, $50 unit was that it does come with USB-C. I wanted a fast charging port on here. I use USB-C more than the standard USB connection. So basically you get the replacement unit. This will be the old unit that's going to be coming out. And of course you get some cables. These are two USB cables or data cables that are completely different. Not one of these go and fit into the back of the port on this old unit. So you get 3 ports here, but you're only going to use 2 of those. You get some instructions, some cable ties, and then some more information on this retrofit kit. So there's that. One thing that I would recommend, then I'll show you a little bit of that here in a second, is I would go ahead before I installed and pulled everything apart, put the cables in, I would go and test this on your vehicle to make sure that this unit worked and the cables work before you tear everything apart and put everything back together, expect the unit to work, and it doesn't. I'm going to come over here to this new part, and the reason I purchased this is that I want to put the new unit up front where it's a lot easier to be accessed than, say, the center console there by the arm, inside the armrest. So I have a CD player that fits in here, and we're going to be removing that. And hopefully this part will go right in its place, and then I'll be able to have the unit set in there like that. Now I figured this out by seeing some other Mazda 3s, trying to see if I could replicate this. And what I found is that there's this part that is obviously required. I'm not sure if it's going to exactly fit or not. We'll see here once we get it get the parts off and get it onto the vehicle. But even though this part number, which is a BJS764316, you can't buy this part through Mazda. You can buy this part through Mazda, this part, but you can't buy this separate. So I had to buy this whole assembly. This was from, I'm going to assume, a junked vehicle, and we're going to see if I can get this to work, and then I'll have easier access to the USB slots. So for the most part, in my other videos, I showed you how to take off the dash and get to the infotainment system. Here, I'm going to hurry up and skip through all that. You will need a 10mm socket, and then also some trim tools. What you want to do is just pull this out. In the instruction manual, it will tell you where the cables go and how to connect them. Actually, they only go in one way. So I'm going to go ahead and hook up the 2 cables to the back of this unit first, and then we'll go into the armrest here and hook up the rest of this. You'll want to again use a trim tool. Just be careful when they will pop out. Take a little bit of force, just like that. And down there is what we're going to have to disconnect. We're going to have to disconnect that white connector right there, and then that other connector on the other side. That's the data connector. Now we can get our phone connected to this box here. I'll get a cable. We're going to do Android Auto. Plug that in there. And let's go start the car. Well, turn on the accessories to the car. And there we go. The first panel we're going to remove is this piece, the cup holder panel. The center part does attach down here, so we're going to have to figure out how to get this unattached, which I'm assuming are just snaps. Okay, now we're going to take off this knob and the surround. I did put my car into basically drive with it off, so I can pull it back and I can show this of how to get this knob off a little bit better. Now that I got the button out a bit, there is a spring in there. It's really hard to see. Let's see if I can. There. I'll show it here to you. It's right there. So let's see if we can get this piece out now. There, that goes there. And now, at this point, if you're not going to remove player like I am, and to relocate your USB hub, you could probably start fishing the wires up behind the controls here and up to the infotainment unit. At this point, you could probably just stop, fish your wires, get them connected, but I'm going to take you through the steps of removing the CD unit and relocating USB hub. So what we're going to do is start to remove this CD player. We are going to have to move this panel back. So there is a pin right here. They're plastic pins one on each side. Just go ahead and remove those. You can about do that with a fingernail. Just pull that out, just like that. Ouch. Watch yourself. Put up a little bit of a fight, but now we have easy access to the CD player. We can remove that, and then we can replace it with this surround. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, now we have our setup. Alright, so at this point, I'm not going to be able to film all of this because it's just going to be very time consuming anyhow. Is that I've got to move this connector, pull it back from this wiring loom that runs all the way under all of this and back up to here, so I can power up that USB unit that's going to sit in here. So again, not going to film it. It'll take me some time, but I'll start to show you the reinstall here as soon as I get that done. Just to show a little bit of progress on pulling these wires back and through. Again, this is the wire that I need to pull forward. So I've had to remove the shifter. I've had to remove this whole center console down to the airbag unit. Actually disconnected the negative battery cable so that if I were to interrupt anything around here, airbags wouldn't go off. And what I'm going to have to do is go all the way up until about here to pull that wire back. So again, kind of tedious work, pulling off the tape, pulling off, these are, you know, wire protectors as well. And, you know, it's probably taken me a good hour just to get to this point. Alright, this has taken quite a long time to do, but I did get the cables that I wanted. I actually I didn't need to, but I ended up pulling this as well. So everything lays out approximately where it was from factory. And now it's time just to get the whole thing put back together. most of this all put back together. All the wiring and stuff, and as you can see from what I was doing, hopefully what I was doing, is making sure that I get it back to pretty much the way it was from factory. And we'll continue on. Now, the package does come with some foam tape. It may be a good idea to put some foam up here on these. And then because I'm not using all the rest of the length, I'm just going to coil it up under here. Alright, do make sure that you have, when you do install it, that it's right side up. And then also on the back side, we'll put some more tape around these ends just to protect them so they don't rub on here, and put some foam tape as well. So Mazda makes a different cover, but for now I'm just going to leave this one in here. At some point maybe I'll get that different style and add it, but this will go back in as is. And of course I'll plug in the cigarette later. So I got my gear shift knob on, but I didn't have my recorder going at the time. It is kind of difficult. What you want to make sure is you push all the way down. Make sure you got your boot all the way down. And then you get that spring clamp in there just in the right spot. Make sure it's all the way pushed back so that it securely grabs onto the shifter post. Phone connected. And Android Auto again. Alright, so now this Mazda 3 has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay in it. So what do you guys think with moving the USB hub from the center console under the armrest to the front? I actually kind of like it. It gives me a little bit more room, a little bit more storage area as well. Along with, it's a lot easier to be plugging in your devices and your components right in the front instead of trying to fiddle around with it under the armrest. What's your thoughts? Leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next video.